Good afternoon. Welcome to Triton Rugby. My name's Dan Pete Fish. I'm going to be commentating this match for you here today. Your Tritons are in the playoffs right now. We are going up against Thomas More University here at Thomas More's Field. Tritons are in the dark blue. They'll be on the right side of the screen for the first half. Thomas More is in the light blue. They will be on the left side of the screen for this first half. Your starting lineup today features Mitch Coleman-Hardy at number 1, Victor Wong at number 2. I'm sorry, I apologize, I messed that up already. Nathan Heath at number 1, Victor Wong at number 2, Mitch Coleman-Hardy at number 3. Number 4 is Zachary Schott. Number 5 is Caleb Maroy. Number 6 is Vanya Sturm. Number 7 is Isaiah Faliuka. Number 8 has Elliot Finn. Number 9, Richard Felton. Number 10, Matthew Barker. Number 11 is Mike Wilden. Number 12 has Ani Mateto. Number 13 has Sofian Ben Mefta. Number 14 has Ben Holman. And number 15 has Jabari Leopold today. Opening kickoff was just a minute ago. Tritons have already got a penalty. Ani Mateto is going to have the boot. Get this out of touch. A nice boot's going to put him right around the 40 mark. I lied, he got past the 50 on that one.
They're really committed to it.
Victor Wong has the throwing duties to begin the day today. Great throw, taken out of the air by Vanya Sturm. That ball was offloaded forward but not called, so Tritons are going to play on. Richard Felton gets that one out to Zachary Schott with a strong run there. Matthew Barker got that ball out to Victor Wong, who lost it, but he lost it backwards. Scooped up by Vanya Sturm, who had no other choice than to hold on to that ball or get it poached. It's going to be a penalty to St. More. St. Thomas More. I apologize. Thomas More Saints is what they're actually called. Your boundaries for the day are going to be the very thin blue line down here. Very thin blue line where that gentleman is going to be throwing from. And then the goal line for your tri-zones. Thomas More throw, successful. Out to the fly half, jukes around a couple Iowa Central defenders. Penalty for something. Got an extra 10 meters for it. Thomas More is electing to go for posts. Kick was successful. Thomas More takes the lead to start this match. 3.5 minutes in, they are up 3-0 on your Tritons. Nice deep kick. Possible obstruction not called. Play on. Great open field tackle there by, looked like Sofian Ben Mefta. Bangor ball being held up by the Tritons. Penalty awarded to the Tritons. Matthew Barker electing a kick for touch. We're gonna have a Triton line out at the 10-meter line. Tritons are going on with the full out line out. Ball was kind of low, slapped down backwards towards the Tritons, scooped up by Elliott Finn. Jabari Leopold, after the offload from Ani Mateto, dots it down in the corner for the Tritons. 5-3, pending conversion attempt. Oh, Matthew Barker with a booming kick that just hits the cross post. Five to 3 Tritons advantage. That ball bounced about 9.5, real close to 10, but did not quite go 10. That'll give the Tritons a scrum down at center. Tritons got one back, picked by the 8-man. That ball was almost ran down by number 12, Ani Mateto, and eventually scooped up, eventually kicked deeper into the try zone by Matthew Barker. See what the sirs call here. Unless it went off a Thomas More player, this should probably be a 22 drop. .22-meter drop it is. Thomas More electing a kick kind of deep on this one. Ben Holman there to receive. Scooped up, tackled right away. Zachary shot with the run into contact. Matthew Barker with the offload of Victor Wong. Victor Wong going for a ride. Barker with another boot through. And a follow-up kick by Sofian Ben Mefta. And scooped up by Ani Mateto for a try in the far corner. Right now the score is 10-3, pending conversion attempt. About a little less than 10 minutes into this match. Matthew Barker has had his work cut out for him on these kicks so far, both of which have been within the 5-meter line of the touch line. 5-meter mark of the touch line. See what he can do with this one. Remember, he almost had that last one. He was about a half a foot shy of putting it over the post. This one is good. What a kick by Matthew Barker. So the score is now 12-3. Triton's advantage. James, he made that kick. The delay you see is a Thomas More player. Unfortunately, he has gone down with an injury. We have a trainer on the field attending to him, referee checking on him. As always, we wish him the best health possible. Nobody likes to see a player go down in the middle of a game. Player's up, kind of limping off the field. Thankfully, he's up and moving on his own for will. Always a good sign. We're going to get back to gameplay. Thomas More kicking off to the Tritons. The ball bounced and then was eventually scooped up by Matthew Barker. Ball was offloaded to Isaiah Faleuka, who knocked it forward. It's going to be a scrum down. It's going to be a scrum down. The sir says it was knocked forward by Thomas More. It's going to be a scrum down to Iowa Central. Another successful scrum by the Tritons. Richard Felton digs this one out. That ball is offloaded to Sofyan Ben Mefta, who muffed it forward. Not sure what the call was, but it was a penalty awarded to Thomas Moore there. Not sure, it might have been not releasing on the ground after the player was tackled. All right. A mishandle by Thomas Moore leads to the scoop up by Ani Mateto and an offload to Sofyan Ben Mefta. He's on the board for 5 for the Tritons. That's going to bring our total to 17-3. Great counter on the mishandle by Thomas Moore there. Ani Mateto is going to take kicking duties on this one. Straight through with the boot. Ani Mateto's got 2 of his own on the board. Score is 19-3, about 25 minutes into this game. Or, I apologize, 25 minutes left in this first half. About 15 into the game. That ball bounced before the 10, but then went over the 10. Appears it was touched by Thomas Moore and then went out. So there is an option. Scrum option, and Iowa Central chooses the scrum over the line out. Just a play designed perfectly by the Tritons. And unfortunately it's knocked on right near the try zone. It's going to be a scrum to Thomas Moore. A big push by the Tritons, but Thomas Moore was able to get it out. A kick down the center of the field for Thomas Moore. That was quite a boot. He got it from about the 10-yard line to the 30. Scooped up by Jabari Leopold. Another passing mistake by the Tritons leads to Thomas Moore ball. Another kick by Thomas Moore downfield. Ben Holman got back there to retrieve that and got it off to Ani Mateto, who got tackled right about the 45. And Matthew Barker with his own boot. Vanya Sturm on the chase. He's down the sideline. Great awareness by the loose forward. And he is greeted with a hug and a smile by Elliot Finn, the 8-man. That's some fancy footwork there. Led to a great scoop. A lucky bounce led to a great scoop. A nice sidestep and a try. Ani Mateto with a quick boot through the post. Looking at 26-3. About 19 minutes left in this half. This ball goes a little bit deeper. Taken out of the air by Caleb Maroy. And offloaded to Vanya Sturm, who just got smacked with a no-wrap hit. But Elliot Finn up the gut with a run. Matthew Barker broke the gain line there with a nice dummy pass, but it was eventually mishandled, fell backwards. Triton scooped it up, and they're still playing on. All right, we're gonna have a line out by Thomas Moore here. Let's see if Iowa Central can contest and take this one out. A strong contest by Elliot Finn in the air. Scooped back to Richard Felton. We got to Matthew Barker, who skipped passing with a nice loop behind by Ani Mateto. And Jabari Leopold in open space. About to offload that one to Ani. And unfortunately, it's mishandled. It's going to be a scrum advantage to Thomas Moore. An attempted kick. Blocked down. No advantage gain, says the Sarah. We're going to come back for a scrum awarded to Thomas Moore. Thomas Moore with the put, Iowa Central with the push and the steal. Felton gets that out to Barker, who gets it to Ani Mateto, who tosses that to Sophion, who accidentally drops it forward. Thomas Moore scooped it up. We got a little bit of a maul brought down finally. Thomas Moore on the move. Oh, met hard by Mitch Coleman Hardy. And Zachary Schott with a nice team tackle there. A little slow getting up. I don't know if it just knocked the breath out of him or if he's actually injured in his shoulder possibly. But that was a booming hit. Thomas Moore with the put. Trying with the push, but it did not get as successful. Not entirely sure what the call was, but it is an advantage to the Tritons. They're going to go for a line out here. Line out 2 Tritons. Victor Wong with the throw deep here. Caleb Maroy scooping out of the air.
Straight up the field.
Nathan Heath, the rumbling, tumbling, bumbling man. Taking that one down. Thomas Moore with the boot. Eventually scooped up by Richard Felton. He's going to counter to the weak side. Just running through the defense. Eventually wrapped up, taken down. Plenty of support there. Isaiah Faliuka got called for diving over there. It's going to be a penalty to Thomas Moore. I would imagine they are probably going to kick for touch. Maybe not. Nope, they are. Kicking for touch, going downfield. Nice kick, got him into Triton territory. Line out 2, Thomas Moore. And good steal on the line out again by Elliott Finn. Got that one back to Isaiah Faliuka. Took it into contact. Now we got Mitch Coleman Hardy running and dragging defenders with him. Isaiah Faliuka sidestepping. Got that ball off to Richard Felton on the inside, who just kind of trotted in for another try for the Tritons. Honey Potato with the boot. Nice kick by Ani. It's going to be 33-3. About 14 minutes left in this half. Tritons to receive the kickoff again. Thomas Moore with a deep kick. Taken out of the air by Vanya Sturm. Counter kick by Richard Felton from deep within the 22. A bad roll kept that one in, and Thomas Moore has the option to counter. However, that was a forward pass called by the sir. Assistance from the sideline judge. It's going to be a scrum down to the Tritons. Good, strong scrum, nice hook. Pass back went right through Barker's legs. Scooped up by the Tritons, offloaded from Jabari Leopold to Mike Wilden. The call was not rolling away against Thomas More. Penalty awarded to the Tritons. Matthew Barker boots it out of touch. We're going to have a line out to Iowa Central. Right around the 10 of mark again. A nice deep throw. Deep throw call, not straight though. A scrum down to Thomas More. Thomas More is actually electing to go with a lineout option off this. Probably should have been a penalty on the fake throw there. It wasn't. Thomas More likes to try to kick downfield. We're going to have a penalty for an attempted... Nope, it's going to be a penalty for no wrapping. Ani Mateto with the strong boot. It's going to give a line out inside the 10 for the Tritons. Victor Wong with the throw. Open space, finds a gap. Ani Mateto with the try. Great team play in the back line there. Ani Mateto with a wide kick here. And the ball actually does go wide from the post. The score remains 38-3, 8 minutes left in this first half. Oh, Thomas More with a little trickery. At the last second, they tried to switch the direction of the kick by shifting their forwards over and then kicking the same side. It was taken out of the air by the Tritons after a deep one there. and kicks straight into touch from behind the 22. It's going to be a line out to Thomas More, just outside the 40 of Triton territory. Strong line out by Thomas More there. Well contested by the Tritons, but it snuck past. Victor Wong made contact, cleared back at the 45, got the ball all the way up to the 35, just by sheer willpower and strength. A great run by him. There was a knock on by the back line though, out on the edge. It is going to be a scrum down to Thomas More. Strong push by the Tritons, but Thomas More held strong. A kick downfield. Eventually scooped up by Jabari Leopold. Going down the sideline. Offloads to Ben Holman, who's tackled out of bounds. Line out to Thomas More awarded. That was a very deep kick. Skipped up right around the 10. A great pursuit by Thomas More. Iowa Central took that one right out of there with a great lift. Very timely. Elliott Finn, just great hands work, or great footwork. Sidestepping a couple defenders. Same with Matthew Barker on the loose. Matthew Barker on one knee after some contact well after the offload there. I don't know if that maybe just took the breath out of him or what happened, but he's up, he's moving. Seems to be okay. Thank goodness. We're gonna have a scrum down to Thomas More. Another kick by Thomas More. Picked up eventually by Ben Holman, who just takes that bad boy into contact. Good forwards work by Zachary Schott there. Vanya Sturm taking that one up the gut. Matt Barker with a little squib, perfectly placed. Toe forward by Ani Mateto into a Thomas More defender who almost handled it, but he did knock it forward just a wee bit. It's going to be a scrum to the Tritons. A little over 3 minutes left in this half. Another good scrum by the Tritons. Got the ball out to the back line. Mishandled by Jabari Leopold for a knock on. It's going to be a scrum down to Thomas More. Strong push by the Tritons, but that ball was dug out by Thomas More. The ball is booted pretty much straight up in the air by Thomas More, taken out of the air by Ani Mateto, offloaded to Sofian Ben Mifta. Passed out to Elliot Finn from the ruck there, to Ani Mateto, who got it out to Mike Wilden, who's sidestepping defenders. Gets it back to Mateto. Back to Elliot Finn. That's a heck of a try there, boys. Good work. Try awarded, Elliot Finn. Less than a minute left to go in this half. This is going to be Richard Felton with his time on the tee now. He is about 10 from the sideline. Richard Felton with the boot. Straight through the uprights. What a kick. Time's about to run out in this half. We're going to have time for a kickoff, and it should be last play unless the Sir has some other stoppage time. 45-3 is your total at half so far. Coming up on the half. Thomas More with their best kick of the day. Some strong hands work by Thomas More here. You got to think that they want to get a try in before the half. They had a knock on though. Valiant effort, but nothing's going to come out of that. It's going to be 45-3 at the half. Going to have about a 5-minute halftime here. Get back to it. You know this. Oh, hey, that's hurtful. I'm here for technique. All right, welcome back. Second half is about to start here. We had a couple substitutions at the half. Noah Dahl making an appearance, coming in for Nathan Heath, loose head prop. And Trent Tegens coming in. I believe he's going to come in at 12, and Ani Mateo is probably going to switch to fly half. Jarek Fisher's coming in the forwards, loose forwards, coming in for Isaiah Faliuka. We got Dylan Hare coming in for Ben Holman on the wing. and everything else looks to stay about the same. Ani Mateto with a great kick. Out to the sideline, well contested in the air by the Trians. It did bounce back to Thomas Moore, who took it out and into contact. Looks like the surge's going to call no advantage game on the knock-on. It's going to be a scrum down at the 30-meter line to Thomas Moore. Just a reminder, start of the second half, the score is 45-3. Iowa Central has the upper hand. Oh, there's going to be a penalty. An attempt to run down the ball there. Sufjan Ben Mefta just kind of shoved a man out of the way. Can't really do that in rugby. Penalty to Thomas Moore, kick it for touch. Will be their line out right about the 30. Thomas Moore with successful line out. Back to the back line. After a very high kick. Probably should have been a penalty for what looked like, I don't know, a shoulder charge to the head there for the tackle. There was none. Offload to Elliott Finn. Takes that for about 6-7 meters. Mitch Coleman Hardy out on the outside. Putting some work in. Zachary shot running hard. That ball got out to Ani Mateto, out to Elliott Finn. He's going to find a gap in the defense for an extra 5 after contact. Jabari Leopold just kind of doing his thing, tiptoeing around the defense on the sideline, putting it in for a try in the corner. Trians go up 50-0, pending conversion attempt. Richard Felton with the boot. And that one does go wide to the right. Thomas More with the boot, taken out of the air by Vanya Sturm. Animatato finding a gap, keeping it himself. Offloads to Richard Felton, who turns on the gas. Animatato loop behind. And that ball got behind his back and eventually slapped out by Thomas More. Looks like it's going to be a scrum down called by the sir. He's calling a scrum down because the ball was knocked out by Thomas More, and then they touched it down in their own try zone. Is his call. Good hands work, got a try in by Sofian Ben Mefta. Set at 55-3, 7 minutes into this second half. Richard Felton with the successful boot. 57-3, Tritons lead. Knock on the kickoff attempt to collect out of there, but Zachary shot there. It was a scrum revenge, killed dead by Mike Wilden, poaching the ball from a Thomas More player. It's going to be a scrum down to Thomas More. That ball was sent down the back line, and a great tackle by TT out in the open. And attempted to kick, charged down, slapped forward by Thomas More. Booted downfield by the Tritons and chased down by Animatato. He's got another try on the day. (62-3), 10 minutes into this second half. Tritons advantage. Richard Felton teeing it up, lining it up for the boot. off the uprights. Unlucky. $62-3 remains the total. Thomas Moore goes with the deep boot. That ball was being countered down the back line. Knocked forward, unfortunately. It's going to be Thomas Moore carrying the ball. Big hit by Mitch Coleman Hardy there. Thomas Moore attempts to kick downfield. Mike Wilden's got some wheels, and he's going to use them. Sidesteps one player. Attempted an offload that was passed backwards and booted forwards. Another kick by Thomas Moore, unsuccessful. Picked up by Jabari Leopold. Offloaded to, looks like Richard Felton, who got an incredible offload. No-look pass to the outside to Elliott Finn. He's going to dot one down in the try zone. Potato sizing it up. Strong boot. Got the distance. Did not have the accuracy on that one. Conversion unsuccessful. 67-3 remains the score. Got about 26 remaining in this matchup. Mitch Coleman Hardy being subbed out for Connor Luttrell. Mitch put in some great work today. Few massive hits laid out. A deep kick by Thomas Moore. Nice offload from Elliott Finn to Ani Mateto, who got it clear out wide to Jabari Leopold, who's in wide open space. There aren't too many people who could touch him once he gets going, and he's got some grass in front of him. He's going to score the try for the Tritons. Ani Mateto lining up the boot. And with the kick, it is off wide to the left. Score remains 72-3. Tritons have the upper hand. Great tackle by Noah Dahl. And an incredible counter ruck by Sofyan Ben Mefta. Penalty awarded to Iowa Central. Offsides, not coming through the gate there. Richard Fountain with the tap. Got off to Elliot Finn over halfway across the field, who offloads to Ani Mateto, who's just kind of jogging down the sideline. He's going to get this one centered. 77-3 is your total right now. Pending conversion attempt, but this one is center. I'd imagine the points are going to go up to 79 here. Right through the gut. 79-3 after a successful conversion by Ani Mateto. Couple more substitutions coming on. Typical starter, Clayton Goddard, coming off the bench here for the last 22 minutes of this matchup. Replacing, say, Zachary Schott, maybe. That one didn't quite go 10 at first, then it bounced 10 and out of bounds. Iowa Central's going with a quick line out. That's apparently called dead, with nobody marking the mark. Okay. Iowa Central line out. The call is offsides. Ani Mateto is going to boot this one out of touch for his team, gain some territory. That ball went about 1.5 miles downfield. Somebody go get that. Ani flipped the field. We're going to have a line out to the Tritons inside the 30 of Thomas More. Richard Felton with the last-ditch attempt behind the back, no-look pass just to keep the ball in play. Worked out, bounced in the hands of Elliot Finn. He's taking that one into contact. Ani Mateto got that offload, tried a dummy pass. Decided to keep it. Bobby, a recent substitution, got in there. Great run. Jarek Fisher making his presence known. Fumbled down a little bit, but caught it himself, so play on. Ball goes to Ani Mateto. Dylan Hare Dylan Hare found some wheels there, put him on his card, took off. Got a try of his own on the day. It's one of your Triton's most improved players of the past few weeks here. Going from not on the 23 to getting in a varsity match here and making his presence known with a try. Good awareness, good placement. 5 on the board for him. Ani Matato's here to try to get 2 more. Sizing it up. And Ani Matato with the boot. This one goes wide left. Some end characteristic kicking from your Tritons today. That's quite a few botched boots. I reckon it might have been 8 misses and only 7 successful conversion attempts today. If I got my numbers right. No, not 8. I got my numbers wrong. Ignore that statement. Jarek Fisher taking that ball out of the air. Got met immediately with contact. And wouldn't go down for another 5 meters forward. Caleb Maroy carrying that ball into contact. Ani Matato with the offload out to Victor Wong, who got it out to Sofian Ben Mefta, who says, "Get off me. I got tries to score." Strong running. And a fancy try. That's a goofy, goofy Frenchman. He had a few handling errors today, so that's got to feel good to get that one in. For sure. Get him back on the right track here. When he gets the ball in his hands, he's kind of a powerhouse, as Thomas Moore just discovered. Ani Matato lines up center, puts it through. We got a total of 89-3. About 16 and a half go in this second half of this matchup here. Thomas Moore with the deep boot. Caleb Maroy calls for that one. As he's dragged down, he gets a nice offload to Connor Luttrell. Gets that one out wide to Mike Wilden, who gets that set back. Under a lot of pressure, that ball got out. Ani Matato kicked it downfield. Oh, perfectly timed run onto that, but he just mishandled. And it's going to be a knock on by TT and a scrum down to Thomas Moore.
Keep back.
Booming kick downfield by Thomas Moore. Mike Will then fielded it. Dylan Hare just had that ball slapped right out of his hands. Scooped up by Thomas Moore, but taken into touch with a great hit. Follow up by Victor Wong and Caleb Maroy. Noah Dahl in on the action there as well. Line out to the Tritons. Good competition by Thomas Moore there, just jumping up and slapping that one down. Boot by Thomas Moore. Skipped up again by Mike Wilden, out on the wing. Good strong tackle by Thomas Moore there. Apparently it was diving over by Iowa Central there. Good defense by the Tritons. Great counter rucking and tackling. It's going to lead to a turnover. Triton ball. Ani Mateto with the booming kick. Eventually scooped up by Thomas Moore after being knocked on. Scrum down to the Tritons.
Restart. Fine. Go back, go back. Restart. Watch it, Jordan. John, watch the wing.
8-man pick out to your scrum half, who is Logan Atkinson. He's been in the game for about 15 minutes now. Eventually in the hands of Ani Mateto, who found a wide open gap just to walk through. Jogs it into the try zone. Look at 96-3, Triton advantage. About 10 minutes left in this match. I believe all 8 substitutions off the bench for the Tritons have been in, since about 15 minutes into this half. Ani Mateto with the boot. Flags go up. Nice boot by Mateto. 98-3 is your total right now. Kick goes wide to Jarek Fisher. Had the ball ripped from him. Scooped up by Thomas Moores. Big man who went for a run. He got about 15 out of that. A nice tackle by Jarek Fisher on another big guy. And that one was charged down by Jarek Fisher, who then scooped it up. Bobby had a nice run there, but as he was being tackled, the Thomas More player had a great move and just stripped the ball right out of his hands. And then in that tackle, the Thomas More player was stripped and drugged backwards after scooping up the ball for about 15 meters by Sofyan Ben Mifta. Thomas More tried to kick again. It was charged down again. Looks like it's going to come out to be Thomas More line out just outside of their 10. A deep throw by Thomas More. Missed its mark. Iowa Central got it out of the air. Noah Dahl. Noah Dahl with a great play there. Shucked off a couple defenders. Got thrown over the head of another one. Just kind of got up and kept going because he wasn't held down. And eventually got in there. He got himself a try. Great play by Noah Dahl. Elliot Finn with the kick, number 8. Hey, he got it. Attaboy, Elliot. Your score is going to be 105-3 currently after the try and the successful conversion. (105-3). That ball did not go 10. We're going to have a scrum down center to the Tritons. Elliot Finn with the pick, gets it out to Logan Atkinson, who's going to put some work in on his own. Sport was a little behind, but when it got there, it made an impact. Connor Luttrell just kind of got that ball out, got it out to Noah Dahl. A couple bench players for today, but they're putting in their work and doing it well. That ball got out to Mike Wilden. He's going to center that one for a try. We're going to be at 110-3. Pending conversion attempt. Elliott Finn with another kick attempt. Successful again. He's 2 for 2 on the day for the 8-man. Thomas Moore with the kickoff. About 2 minutes left in this match. A deep one. Taken out of the air by Bobby. Kind of got spun around a little 360 there, got back up, ran for another 5 meters. Good heads-up play. Ani Mateto, boot downfield. Trotted out about the 25-meter line. It did bounce in first, so it will be a line out from that mark to Thomas Moore. That ball went purposefully clear over the top. It was scooped up by Thomas Moore, but eventually Iowa Central won that in the ruck. I believe that's Jarek Fisher going on the run. Substitute loose forward there, putting his mark on the game. He's got 5 of his own. 117-3 is the numbers right now. The true tire in question, though, is Elliott Finn, the 8-man. I believe he's about the 5th or 6th string kicker. Can he go 3 for 3 on the day? It looks like he's showing off his skills and going to drop kick this one. That was a beautiful drop kick, actually. 3 for 3 on the day for Baz. Trojans win 119-3 over Thomas Moore, the host. And that's the end of the game.